everybody. As Ms. Bailey-Jones did say, this is Jury Appreciation Week, and it's the judge's opportunity to come in and say thank you for being here. And my way of saying thank you to you is to tell you a story, because I recognize that all of you are making sacrifices, being here away from your loved ones and your work, but this story hopefully will hit home. So as Ms. Bailey-Jones referenced, I am the Deputy Presiding Judge of the Criminal Division. So we're in trial a lot, unfortunately, but I was one of the few judges who was still in trial when COVID hit. And we all remember that time 2.5 years ago, when at those first 2 weeks in March, we didn't know what was going on. We were all a little unsettled. I'm in a jury trial, and after talking to the lawyers, I said, you know, perhaps we ought to ask these jurors whether or not they still want to come in, because it's our lives and it's your lives when we're talking about health matters, right? So after talking to the jurors and giving them an option, I was surprised. They actually said, no, we've talked about this and we're gonna finish what we started. So once the trial was over with, and I was thanking them as I usually do, because as I said, you are taking time away from friends, family, work to be here. I thanked them and I told them that I admired them, because in that moment they could have been very selfish, and that would have been understandable. But instead of being selfish, they were selfless. And I was almost in tears. I was so proud to be in their presence. And, you know, as things tend to happen when you wear a black robe, folks are afraid to talk to you. I'm still trying to conceptualize that. So the foreperson stood up and said, Judge, can I say something to that? And I said, sure. And the foreperson very seriously looked at me and said, you know, you can't have a jury trial without us, the jurors. And the foreperson sat down. And I'm thinking to myself, and of course you could see my facial expressions because I wasn't wearing a mask. At that time, we didn't know the importance of wearing masks. And I thought about it, and I said, you know, you're right. Day in and day out, the judges sit as at center stage in the courtroom, analyzing and saying what the law in each case happens to be given the circumstances. But it's the jurors who have the real power, because you are the triers of the facts. You decide what the facts are in these trials. You decide which witnesses are believable and unbelievable. That's a power greater than any that the judge has in that moment in trial. And we honestly could not do what we do every day without you. Without you, there is no constitutional justice for anybody who's seeking their relief by way of a jury trial in this courthouse. And for that, I will always be grateful to you for answering the call to jury service. And for that, I will always admire and respect anybody who stands up to come and spend at least a little time with us here at DC Superior Court. So with that, that's your story for the morning. I hope all of you continue to be well and have a great day, and at least you know now that on behalf of myself and the judges in the criminal division, we appreciate you. So with that, good morning. I will bid you adieu.